Well, we're certainly happy to be one of the 16 teams left playing. Very proud of our seniors and the leadership they've shown throughout the postseason. Having been there before for the last 2 or 3 years, and glad to be at home. Certainly know we have our hands full with Davidson, and look forward to the challenge starting tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Questions?
Yeah, Brigham, the day of the first practice, we had you out there in the field. You said the big reason why you came back when you were drafted was because of the bad taste in your mouth, unfinished business.
Mm-hmm.
At some point along the way, maybe you didn't know if you'd ever get an opportunity to start a Friday game in a super regional at Olson, but it came back to you guys. So how much you looking forward to tomorrow? How important is that to you?
It's such a blessing. It's getting to be part of the super regional 3 years in a row is, something not many people can experience. And like I said, I'm just super blessed to be here and be a part of this again.
For all three of you, just given how the last 2 years have ended in super regionals, does it make it easier to just kind of focus on this weekend and maybe not look ahead to what could be on the horizon?
Yeah, I mean, we're not worried about the past year or the year before. We're all focused on this year, and especially the game tomorrow. We can just take it one step at a time and go from there.
Yeah, and like Blake said, it's a new year, it's a new team, and you can't live on the past. It's just something new for us.
Yeah, I'm just glad we have the opportunity to be here again with a chance to go to Omaha and compete for a national championship. We had the opportunity the last 2 years, and like Brigham said, not everybody gets the chance to do it 3 times in a row. So I think third time, hopefully it's going to be the charm for us.
Coach, I know you guys coming up short against Missouri in the SEC tournament, but scored a lot of runs in that game. It seems like your offense has been able to kind of turn the tide a little bit offensively, I guess.
Well, we found a way. I mean, this past weekend, and found a way to score one more than the opponent in games 2 and 3, and scored 8 against Baylor. And we've had some big hits and some big play out of our seniors. Like I said, not only has their leadership been great, their play has been great as well.
What's the status on Joel?
He'll be on the roster for this weekend.
And what are you hoping out of him, and what you think he can get?
An awful lot of big hits throughout the course of the weekend is what we hope we get. He'll be on the roster, and if he's on the roster, he's somebody that we're looking to play. So,
can he play positionally right now? Did he look okay in practice?
He looked okay in practice, yes.
Blake, what is y'all's approach facing a, what was a 4th seed in a regional, and obviously kind of a Cinderella story in Davidson here at Olson?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt they're hot right now, but our approach is no different than them from last weekend or our first game of the year. We just got to stick to our plan, and that's all we can do.
How much momentum did you guys get from playing so well this last weekend?
I definitely think it was really helpful for our momentum. Kind of gave us a little bit of confidence back, and everybody's feeling good, in the field, on the mound, at the plate. So I think that's going to be big for us going into this weekend to continue that and continue to play well.
I know you guys said you want to leave the past in the past, but over this week, has the thought of watching TCU celebrate on your home field last year crossed your mind at all? And if it does it serve as any motivation?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about that a lot. So, I mean, we're going to be going in this weekend. Davidson's a dangerous team. Everybody knows that. And, I definitely don't want to go through what we went through the last 2 years again. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely serves as a little bit of extra motivation for me.
Coach, you had a couple of tweaks to the lineup that last game. Do you see that last batting order similar to what you might do with?
Oh, you may, just depending on who we face on a given day in the matchup and what we feel like are the best 9 on that day. Certainly haven't written the lineup yet for tomorrow, but, we've done our homework on Davidson. We know who we're facing, and, a pitcher that may be the hottest pitcher in the country right now, especially with the load he's carried the last 2+ weeks.
Coach, is there any amount of challenge or difference in facing a guy like Olinger who doesn't have a professional career after this and can come in kind of at any time, or at least throw his arm a lot more than a traditional pitcher maybe at this?
I don't think so. We faced a lot of pitchers all year long that don't have a professional career in front of them, and he's a redshirt senior. He's been through the battles and the wars, and he's been in all the great parks out on the East Coast. I mean, he knows how to pitch and very competitive, and we're going to throw that same guy tomorrow, a guy that knows how to pitch and is very competitive, so it ought to be a great game.
Like, as a guy from Bryan, a guy that's grown up rooting as a senior to dogpile, turn your head around backwards and get this team your last opportunity here at Omaha?
Yeah, I mean, that'd mean everything, especially after last year going down with an injury, not knowing if I was coming back or not, and making the decision to come back and put all I had into this team. And you know, with this group of guys right here, it's special, and that'd be an awesome feeling to have here at Olson.
Brigham, what do you know about their offense? Will Robertson was in here earlier. He's a guy with 18 home runs. You know much more than that?
I know they're very aggressive. You know, they've got big swings, and I think it's important to just develop my off speed early in the game and just keep them mixed up.
Any other questions for the panel?
Nick, in terms of just having this opportunity, maybe a week ago, you know, the idea that y'all would be hosting a super regional and taking on Davidson would probably have seemed pretty far-fetched. Could you just speak to the opportunity at hand for y'all?
Yeah, I mean, we're extremely fortunate to be hosting a super regional at home after going on the road for a regional. Not a lot of teams get to do that. It's going to be big for us to play in front of the 12th man, you know, here where we feel pretty comfortable. But at the same time, you know, Davidson's been playing so well lately that it's a little scary coming in with a team that's got such a big chip on their shoulder. So we can't look past them. We got to take them very seriously, which we are, and I look forward to playing tomorrow.
Rob, they're obviously coming in really hot, but did you talk about how hot your pitching staff seems to be right now?
Well, you think about going to a regional and only throwing 5 pitchers. It's pretty remarkable to go 3-0 and do that. And then you look at what Davidson did at North Carolina. They went undefeated in that regional and only threw 5 pitchers. So, you know, everybody has talked about Davidson being the Cinderella, yet we were one of the last 4 in. We were the ones that went on the road and found a way to win, and they took down the number 2 national seed. So you can spin it however you want. Davidson's an incredibly talented team, playing incredibly well, took down the number 2 national seed. So we know what we're in for, and we know we have our hands full, and it's about us going and playing our best baseball.
Rob, is there anything in particular your team has to do well this weekend in order to advance in Omaha?
Well, our recipe has been the same all year long. We've got to pitch and play defense and get some key hits along the way and keep the game close late and find a way to win it in that respect.
Like Davidson said, they're ready for the Raggies. Do you believe they're ready for the Raggies and what comes with that?
I can't speak for them, but we'll find out tomorrow if they're ready for them.
Time for a couple more. Any other questions? All right, thank you guys.